Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak I want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and ruling will. And also want to give double honors to those men who taught them. I want to give peace and blessings to the Akiyom, put known as the elect, striving for perfection and that crown of righteousness by being obedient to what is written inside these scriptures. Shalom. This is your brother Kassad out of Great Millstone, Austin. Through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, wanted to do a list and going into how the labors are few. All right. The harvest is truly plenteous, but the laborers are few. So I'm going to get right into it. Briefly, this will be edifying to the elect. Let's jump it off here in Matthew 9 and 35. And just going into how, we must be doing the work of him that sent us, him that made us. Why, it's day, the scriptures talks about. In fact, I started off there. This is John 9 and 4. It says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. All right, and that night that's coming is quickly approaching us, seeing how the word of God is being criminalized, all over the world ultimately. And it's just going to continue to be magnified, going into the famine of the word and the persecution of the saints, of the Lord. All right, but this is Matthew 9 and 35. It says, And Yahweh Shai went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. And we, the prophets of the Lord's, the servants, are walking after Yahweh Shai, being followers of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So they're doing the same thing in these villages, in these cities, in these towns, on the highways and hedges. All right, they're healing the sick, okay, amongst the people of Israel. So it says, And Yahweh Shai went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, all right, which is what's written inside these scriptures, from Genesis to Revelations, it's preaching about the kingdom. These writings are about the kingdom of Yahweh. And it says, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people, and healing these Israelites, and ultimately in the days which we are in, the Israelites are in a broken, downtrodden, sickly estate. All right, they are considered the dead in this world in which we live in, because they're in a dead-like condition, which is being absent of the truth of these scriptures, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is Isaiah 1 and 2. It says, Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai have spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. Okay, so the way the Lord has nourished us is through sufferings, because we did not keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, all right, the covenant in which we made with him, and so it says there will be curses that will be put upon us, and these curses will be for a sign and wonder. So you see the Israelites of today, the ones who are absent of the spirit of truth, operating in darkness and everything, but through the suffering we're being taught obedience, as it talks about it here in Hebrews 5 and 8. It says, though he were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered. Now, this is going through Yahweh Shai, how he learned obedience through the things that he suffered. And obedience is better than sacrifice. So the whole duty of man is to follow the commandments which are written inside these scriptures. All right. And this is what the Lord's men are doing. All right. Through all the suffering and all that chastisement that the Lord has put upon us, we're learning how to be obedient in everything. Okay. But it says, Isaiah 2 and 3 says, The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. And that's part of being in that dead for state, not having identity, not knowing how to operate on a day to day. And 4 says, all a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards, man, going away from the law, statutes, and commandments, which were only given to the house of Israel, as it talks about in the book of Psalms 147, chapter 19th, 20th verse. All right, the Lord has not dealt with any other nation as he has dealt with the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians on the face of this earth. He's given us order, okay? He's given us order, and that's the word of Yahweh. That's Yahweh Shai ultimately, all right, and how we ought to be operating, okay? And 5 says, why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, the whole heart is faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollifying with ointment. So as we look in society, we have festering wounds. Okay. There's no soundness in the things that Jake is doing out here on the day in and day out, even if Jake is talking about a 401k. All right. And talking about a white picket fence, and that type of shit, raising a family here inside of Babylon the Great. The scriptures talks about Micah 2:10, rise ye up and depart. This is not your rest. So thinking that this place is some type of paradise or some place that you can grow, then you are completely polluted. All right. You're full of the wounds and the bruises, and these putrefying sores, is what you're operating in, and this is what you look like in the eyes of the Lord. All right. Of people that are sick and everything. But the Lord has given us the word, to certain men, all right, that were born with the fear of the Lord, talks about it in Ecclesiasticus 1, I believe 14, how the fear of the Lord was born with the faithful, was created with the faithful in the womb. So the faithful are going to have and hearken and be hearkening unto the words of Yahweh. And they're going to be preaching and teaching these words to the sick of the house of Israel, as Yahweh Shai was doing and healing the sick. All right. But this is Wisdom of Solomon 16:12. It says, for it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. So through this word, we get understanding. So now we know how to walk. Now we know how to talk. Now we know who the enemy is. Now we know who we are. We know who our power is. We can call upon his name. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the Father, the Heavenly Father, he exists. And Yahweh Shai is our deliverer. He saves and he delivers, the Son of the Most High. Okay? But the men of the Lord are out here on the highways and byways preaching what the Lord has told them. All right, which is the word of Yahweh, teaching these words, to the house of Israel, the Bible. Well, this is Ezekiel 2:1. It says, and he said unto me, son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. So come out of that dead like a state, as it talks about in Ezekiel 37, and them dry bones and everything. He says, and I will speak unto thee. So the Lord is speaking unto thee. These are not our words. It says, and the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. All right. So we sent out on these highways and byways to a rebellious nation that's been transgressing. It says, and 4 says, for they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus say the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And ultimately, these are not our words. We are to get the blood off of our hands by relaying this message or sentences or judgment upon the house of Israel. And only the elect or remnant of the house of Israel are going to hear these words and going to come out of darkness and be resurrected as we were. Okay. And 5 says, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them, because these prophecies will be fulfilled. Okay. Everything that's written inside the scriptures is going to happen. It's going to manifest into our society. This vision in which these scriptures are speaking about is manifesting right now, even. Okay. And 6 says, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. So, man, our people are stick-necked, hard-headed, just blatantly, fucked up and rude, to be honest with you, man. All right, they are drunk off the Babylonian juice, which is America. The philosophies and lies that they push, is what our people are taking heed into. They trust in the shadow of Egypt, ultimately, man. They trust in their oppression, which is a form of Stockholm syndrome. And 7 says, and thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee, okay? And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of book was therein. These are the scriptures. All right. Yahweh says, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It was written of me. Okay. So you have to digest all that is written inside these scriptures. You have to understand, the task. You have to understand what's at hand. You got to understand the Father's business ultimately. All right. Because our will, once we're standing up on our feet and operating inside these scriptures, is do the will of our Father who sent us. All right. And 10 says, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woes. So, contrary to popular belief, the scriptures is not about, lollipops and gumdrops. All right. There's lamentations, mournings, and woes. That's why it talks about it, counting the cost and everything. Understanding when you come to serve the Lord, preparing yourself for temptation. Okay, understanding that it's not going to be an easy walk. Understanding that it's going to be a path of difficulties. Okay, it's the straight gate, as it talks about. So many are called, few are chosen. Okay, but those who are striving unto perfection, those who are enduring to the end are the ones who are going to be saved, man. Okay. And the Lord already know who those men are, that are not going to bow their knee to this wicked society. Okay, but this is back in Matthew's 9, you go to 36, it says, but when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd, man. And this is what you see Israel, out there, how they be operating and everything, just with no shepherd. They lost. Okay, Yahweh Shah is our chief shepherd, all right, and his sheep hears his voice. Okay, and 37 says, then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few, man. So those who are gathering up the elect, are the men that are on the highways and byways teaching the 100% true, authentic gospel, man. All right, not changing up anything, changing up the tune to fit their narrative. They're just preaching the truth as the Lord has set it up to be taught. All right. But it says the harvest truly is plenteous. So what you have to reap, what you're going to receive, the kingdom, all the glory. Okay. It says, but the laborers are few. You preaching healing and health unto the house of Israel, man. That's a mighty thing. But the laborers are few. There's few true men that are going to be putting theyself on the back burner and putting the house of Israel first and being a servant, as the scriptures commands us to be. Okay. as Yahushua was. It says the servant's not greater than the master. You know, he was a servant when he was here, and we're followers of Yahushua. Okay, we're doing what he did. He didn't put himself before anybody. He was selfless. Okay. And 38 says, "Pray ye therefore the Lord of harvest that he will send forth laborers into the harvest." Okay, so man, we're praying for mighty men that are ready to, stay locked in into what the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is saying and operate in the spirit of truth. Okay, not only see the prize, but work to obtain that prize, man. Work to obtain that crown, that everlasting crown, man. That everlasting dominion, rulership. All right, but we have to go through it to get to it. Go through what we have to go through on out here right now to get to where we need to be. All right, let me grab this in the book of Matthew 22:9. It says, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage," man. All right, the house of Israel is likened to being the bride of Yahweh Shai, who's the bridegroom. Okay, and so when he's coming, it's going to be like a holy matrimony. It's going to be a wedding reception. It's going to be a wedding. We're being wedded to Yahweh Shai, the house of Israel. And it's for an everlasting covenant for the most part. And this is 10. It says, "So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all, as many as they found, both bad and good." Right? Because at the end of the day, the Lord is going to sort it out. These bad they're going to flake out. The good are going to continue to strive. Okay. But it's the Lord is coming back with reward for everybody. Okay. Whatever you've been doing, this is what the Lord is going to reward you with in that time. But it says both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. It says, "And when the king came and to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on the wedding garment." And that comes with not having on the right truth. Okay, not being clothed with the truth, of this gospel. Okay, you worldly, you got the worldly stains upon you and everything. And, the Lord is not going to have that. All right. But, just want to do a lesson going into how the laborers are few. So we're praying for more laborers to come into the ministry and do the work, man. Participate and do the work of the one who sent us, in this situation and in this world in which we're living in. All right, I want to close out on this. This Revelations 19. Let's see. Start Revelations 19. I start at 7. It says, "Let us be glad and rejoice, give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife had made herself ready," man. So the Israelites were being made ready through the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, the suffering, these everything we have to suffer, being purified. Okay. Like we said, through the suffering, being taught obedience to be a good woman. And woman goes into female servant, but being a servant to our Lord Yahweh Shai. It says, "And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white." That's that purity. "For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. And he said unto me, Right blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said unto me, These are the true sayings of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai." All right. So, man, blessed are those who are called into the marriage of the supper of the Lamb. Blessed are those who the Lord has ordained since the foundation of the earth to come out here and do what is written, as it talks about in Jeremiah 1:4, through 9 and everything. But perfectly, this was edifying to the body. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. All right. I want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and ruling well. Peace and blessings to the Akiyom. Put your own as the elect. Shalom.